Right, welcome back. So, of course, we've got the new soapie that is Smoke and Mirrors, set to be premiering on ETV on Monday, based on how men gain and keep wealth through sacrificial rituals. The soapie, which succeeds Imbewu, will be featuring familiar faces like Zolisa Xaluva, Charmaine, Mtinta, and Ayanda Bandla. Before we start, of course, our conversation with one of the cast members, who is Ayanda herself, portraying Thandiswa Mseleku, let's check out the trailer, something that will give you a taste of and a teaser of what you can expect.
Ebona natural lighting isichaza kahle isimo ne
Time Caesar.
wazi kahle ukuthi kumele wenzeni ukuze mina ngihambe.
You need to avenge my death. Time, we don't have time. Snatch this card.
Yini lekulethe la ngalesikhathi kanti ngiselele chromine yakho man. Caesar, there's a line between light and dark. You've crossed that line. Nothing gets buried forever. Secrets are not the only thing God can bury. Bella.
It's angikwazi ukuyenza lento ofuna ukuthi ngiyenze. Thetha mama.
Much natural.
All right, so I guess I know what I'm doing on Monday. I'm going to be tuned into, the very new show that is coming up. But of course, we are joined by Ayanda Bandla, who is portraying the character of Thandiswa. A very good morning to you, Ayanda. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So you're handed a script, you're handed the vision for the show, you're handed the idea, and you are asked, does this work with you? Does this, can you relate to this? Can you do this?
Yeah.
Why did you say yes to that?
Sure, why did I say yes to the role? Well, actually, they kind of had to say yes to me first. and then I say yes to them too. But I loved her character. Thandiswa is quite multi-layered. And I think as women, we are multi-layered as well. We are independent, we're affectionate, but we also have to be strong, and we have to keep households together, and we have to put food on the table. So she's got those tiers and some to her. And I think anyone who has some level of empathy or of emotion can connect to the story, because somewhere in there's a little bit of all of us. There's a little bit of some type of woman in whatever layer she presents at that particular time. So what really made me say yes to the character is I thought she would completely challenge me as a performer to bring out those different layers to her as best as possible and as relatable as possible.
There was a conversation I had with some friends a couple of days ago where we were analyzing Heath Ledger and the Joker character,
right.
Where we were talking about how at some point he lost Heath Ledger and he became the Joker in his reality.
Of course.
I mean, how do you find that balance? How do you find not forgetting who Ayanda Bandla is and not forgetting that you need to step out of Ayanda and step into Thandiswa and pull that off spectacularly?
Yeah, I think as performers, this is what we do on a daily basis, where we have to step out of our natural selves to assume a character and embody a story. And you get lost in it when you understand the story and you understand the stakes and you understand what the character represents and what their journey is. If you understand that so well, it is so, you almost immerse yourself into that character, and at some moment you do actually forget who you are, and people recognize you more so for your character. And in actual fact, I think many times as performers, some people even forget our real names. Everyone is just like, hey, that's Thandiswa, hey, that's... That is because people have recognized and connected so much to the character that we ourselves have connected to, so it makes it easier for the audience to connect to us as well. So you kind of like get lost with it, but only if you really understand the character fully.
The beauty about South African productions is that there are so many insights in this country. We keep banterously, of course, we keep talking about how, yo guys, Netflix needs to jump on, or ETV needs to jump on, or EVOD needs to jump on the Thabo Bester, Dr. Nandi Pamakudumana story, and when we're done with that, let's go to the Pala. We've got so many stories we can tell about our own country, and we do it so well. We are now talking about the matter of attaining and retaining wealth, but doing it with spiritual elements to it, and we're a very spiritual nation, diversely so. Also, just talk to us about just the storyline itself and how it reflects or depicts South African culture.
Sure. Like I say from time to time, what we portray on TV is something that someone has experienced out there, because our own life experiences are the stories that we tell. So this is why our stories become so relatable. So in the story in itself, all of us are going through a journey that someone can connect with, because our own life experiences form part of a book that can be adapted into anything. So I mean, in this story, like you say, wealth gained through spiritual means, but in everything that we do, whether good or bad, there are some kind of ramifications, consequences, reaction to action. And so we watch the journey of so many of us on this cast and our different characters making choices for our characters in the context of our lives, making choices and just actually walking the journey of what those choices, what the ramifications of those choices, or what the reactions of those choices are. So if it's wealth gain, you will get the wealth, but you will get a little something that comes with it too. If you're chasing love, you'll find love somewhere. Sometimes you're finding it in places that you shouldn't be. So in every twist and turn of the story, you can find a journey that I'm sure someone, or you yourself, have actually even walked.
You wouldn't have taken this project if it wasn't something that you felt you will enjoy doing and that you would do really well. So when I switch on my TV and I tune into ETV on Monday, what can I expect?
You can expect an amazing cast, group of individuals that absolutely love what they do, and it will show. It will show in the performances, it will show in the intrigue, it will show in the energy of the show, it will show in the craftsmanship of the show, whether you're the cast member or you're part of the production team or you're part of the crew. So for us, performance is a labor of love, whether you're behind the camera or in front of the camera, like it is for anyone that's working on a news platform. It's a labor of love, and I think you will see the fruits of that labor of love. A lot of intrigue, excitement, twists and turns that I'm sure will keep the viewers glued to our screens.
I'm not going to lie, I'm excited, and I'm definitely going to be tuned in. Ayanda, thank you so much for joining us, or should I say Thandiswa Mseleku, thank you so much for joining us here on ENC. Of course, that is Ayanda Bandla portraying Thandiswa Mseleku on Smoke and Mirrors, premiering at 9 p.m. on ETV this coming Monday.